would have thought you could take a glass elevator to the airport? I'm in Luxembourg City, and today I'm travelling to London. But I have to travel to the airport first. I could just take the bus. It's the simplest option. But where's the fun in that? So I'm going to try and see how many different modes of transport I can take on the way to the airport. I was last in Luxembourg about 4 years ago. They were putting in the tram lines all the way down here to the railway station. It's quite a building site. And they're extending it up to the airport as well. So in a year or two's time, I should be able to take the tram all the way from the station to the airport. But the tram is my first mode of transport this morning. First of many. So let's catch my tram and start my journey to the airport. Train will take me just 6 stops up towards Théâtre, and I change onto my next mode of transport. Travelling around Luxembourg City is just so simple, and it's free as well. So are the trains and the buses. Transportation throughout the whole country is free for all locals and all foreign visitors. I just wish more countries had free transportation. Make life so much easier for everybody. And get people off their cars as well and onto public transport. Just 2 more stops and I'm at Théâtre. Tram was busy. Everybody going to work, I suppose. Reminds me of the London Underground. Never seen a tram so busy. Normally I ride them during the day. It's a little quieter. But never mind, never mind. Now I'm going to cross the road and head towards the Jardin Pescatore, because that's where I get my next mode of transport from. So I've just crossed this road. We're going to the gardens. It's a little quieter in these gardens. That road junction was so busy. And far too many cyclists as well. And e-scooterists. They're riding down the pavements at close to 30 miles an hour. I think it's only time before towns and cities start fighting back against the use of these e-scooters and put regulations in place for cyclists who seem to have a law unto themselves when it comes to personal transportation. But these are the Jardin Pescatore, named after a man called Jean-Pierre Pescatore. He was a Luxembourgish French businessman, banker, art collector and philanthropist. A major benefactor here in the city. he donated 500,000 francs to the city back in 1855, which is an astonishing amount of money. Not sure how much that is in today's values, but if it was 500,000 English pounds, that would equate to about 43,000 as an equivalent sum. But today that would actually equate in 2024 values as £53.5 million. Man was immensely wealthy. It's nice to see that philanthropists and wealthy people do donate their money to towns and cities. Andrew Carnegie up in Dunfermline was famous for giving away an absolute fortune. But the coat of arms for the for Jardin Pescatore is on the gates. And this is the foundation which he helped to found behind me. This is a beautiful little park. I'm just going to take a walk. So my next mode of transport is just down here. But this is really rather nice. I'm going to show you these gardens. It's quite pleasant walking through these gardens. There's a memorial here to the Battle of the Bulge. Now this was a military offensive during the Second World War from the 16th of December 1944 to the 25th of January 1945. And it took place in the Belgian Ardennes and in the north of the country, Luxembourg. There's a museum up in Die Kirche, little town in the northeast of Luxembourg. There's a whole galleries dedicated to the Battle of the Bulge. It's really worth visiting. It's an absolutely brilliant museum. Visited there a few years ago. And they got a nice water feature here. How cool is that? Now if you enjoy transport videos and challenges, why not subscribe to my channel? If you enjoy watching Steve Marsh's channel, and I know that I do, and I also watch Scott from Planes, Trains and Everything, another brilliant travel channel. And I do exactly the same thing as they do, except I do it in my own way and slightly differently, the places that I visit and the type of challenges that I have on my transport channel. And all my main travel videos are on my travel channel. I have 2 channels, and a link to the second one will be in the description. And many of those videos actually feature transportation. I travel from one place to another on public transport. I always travel on public transport, and I do like trams and trains and coach travel as well, which is nice. But just down here is my next mode of transport. And you've been savaged by another e-scooterist. Oh, and a cyclist. This is a pedestrian area. It should not be travelling at that speed in a pedestrian area. This pedestrian walkway leads down to the Panorama lift. This is the glass elevator here, which goes from the top of the town centre, the city centre, all the way into the Alzette Valley below. And he weren't expecting me to travel to an airport in a glass elevator. But glass elevators are so much fun. I've travelled on a few on my travels over the past years, and I hope to find a few more. They really are absolutely excellent. But what is excellent are the views just up ahead. This Panorama lift opened on the 22nd of July 2016 at a cost of €10.5 million. That is money. well spent. Its height is 60 metres or 197 feet, which is the length the lift travels. Actually 245 feet to the top of the roof over the lift mechanism. That was absolutely brilliant. I do like glass elevators. I've been on a few in my time. I really must find some more. But now let's walk across the Alzette Valley and up to my next mode of transport. One of the problems of filming early in the morning in pretty much any town or city is not only the excess of people who are milling around going to work, but also the workmen who work for the local authorities. And they're out in force today, especially down here, with grass cutters and leaf blowers and all sorts of other machinery, which I don't want to hear, because when you're trying to make a video and all you hear is the noise from the leaf blowers and things and lawn mowers, it really is very, very difficult to talk to camera. But it's lovely down here in the Alzette Valley. It really is. This is just a stop on the bridge. You can take a look at the view. It really is lovely down here. I was down here for the last couple of days. I've been in Luxembourg just for a long weekend. And if you want to know what I was doing in Luxembourg, there are 2 videos on my channel for you to watch, and a previous series which I recorded from Luxembourg 4 years ago on my previous visit. And it really is a beautiful city to explore, and it's so easy to get around on public transport. But there are 2 towers on the end of each of this bridge. They're the Vauban Towers. I've just walked past the Ike Gate, or the Ike Tower, and on the other side of the river is the Bonbalades Gate. Now these were designed by a man called Sébastien Le Prestre, who was Marquis of Vauban, hence the name of the Vauban Towers. And he designed a lot of fortifications here in Luxembourg. It's been over 50 years designing fortifications for King Louis XIV of France. Luxembourg, of course, has changed hands many times throughout its history. From 1684 to 1697, Luxembourg was under French rule, before reverting to Spanish rule, and then back to French rule from 1794 to 1815. But today it's a Grand Duchy, a really beautiful country, and the wealthiest in Europe. And it's got a lot of history, a lot to offer anybody who visits Luxembourg. And there's plenty to see in the surrounding area as well. So that's 2 modes of transport that we've ticked off. But I can continue my journey now towards the airport and to catch my flight to London. And my next mode of transport will also surprise you, and it's just up here. And just a short walk down from the Vauban Towers is my next mode of transport, and it's another elevator, and this one will take me up to the Funicular Railway. Who would have thought that getting to the airport could be so much fun? So just around the corner here is the elevator. Funicular Railway. It opened on the 10th of December 2017. The total track length is 200 metres, or around 660 feet. And there's an incline of 19.7 degrees. It only takes a few minutes to travel to the top. I do like travelling on funicular railways. They are just so much fun. This will take me to the Valenthrale area of, I think that's how you say it, of Luxembourg. And then I catch my final mode of transport towards the airport. Far simpler to take on the bus all the way from the main line station, but this is so much fun. That was absolutely brilliant. I just love travelling on funicular railways. But the end is now in sight, and just up here is the bus stop, where I catch my final mode of transport, the number 16 bus, all the way to the airport. Since I left the main railway station in the centre of Luxembourg, and I've arrived at the airport. What a great way to travel, and who would have thought you could take a glass elevator to the airport? Would have been far simpler to simply take the bus all the way here, but not nearly as much fun. If you want to see more challenges like this, then there are plenty on my channel for you to watch and enjoy, including a trip where I go around the capitals of the United Kingdom inside 24 hours. You see all the problems I had at Cardiff, but did I make it? Well, I won't spoil the video. I'll let you watch it and see. But thank you so much. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and follow my channel, and also my main travel channel as well, where you'll find more transport content. Thanks for watching.